Hi, folks, whoever's seeing this video. Hey, I just wanted to share some of my feedback while working with the Kin Man over it was quite a number of years, actually, as a matter of fact. Um, and an interesting tidbit. We both Navy guys served on the same ship, same cruise at the same time 20 years earlier. Of course, 7,000 people on board ship. You don't get to meet everybody, but yeah, quite kind of coincidence that we both served on the same ship at the same time. Anyway, just wanted to share how how much of an impact Kim was to Veterans Produce, and as we were starting out, as a new young executive director, there were certainly a lot of things that I didn't know that I needed to do. Ken came along and had tremendous experience and foresight, and needless to say, helped project our organization forward. I would say years in advance of what it would take me to do it organically. And so for that, greatly appreciative of his expertise and guidance. And again, so he saw things that I didn't know I needed to look at. He saw things from a different perspective that, again, I may not have seen. And so because of his direction and his guidance in all of the SEO activities, our presence matured very, very well. Covered most of the social media gambit and escalated, if that's the right way of describing it, developed to the point where I was receiving 75 inquiries a day through various different social media inquiries, LinkedIn and Facebook, and it was overwhelming, to say the least, to have that happen um, so quickly. It's a wonderful thing to have the opportunities, but you better be prepared for them. And so, again, could not have done that without Kinman's guidance, expertise, and his direct hand in all of our marketing activities. I always like to tell this story um, about a lady who reached out to me, and I get these inquiries, as I said, about 50 to 75 a day sometimes. Hey, I'd like to learn more about your organization. Again, standard MO. And so, seeing that she was local, I invited this woman to the greenhouse. I said, "Hey, come take a tour. As I'm working, I can tell you what we do." And so I had a standard spiel that I did, and uh, took her around, showed her everything, got back to the entrance of the greenhouse, and she said, "Okay, I'm in. What do you need?" And it was a blessing out of the blue. Um, Glad I answered that call or that inquiry. And as it turns out, this is Elizabeth Fields, who now has her own consulting, helping nonprofits develop. But Elizabeth Fields was the former COO of the Gary Sinise Foundation, and we would not have been able to attract that kind of talent. She came on. We hired her to be our strategic guidance and fundraising um, um, consultant for about a year. And again, had we not had the maturity in the marketplace, we may not have gotten that opportunity. So again, all credit to Kinman, and I know that if whomever is interested in working with them, Kenny has great insight and direction, and so I wish you all well, and thank you for listening to this. Chief out. By the way, this is T.C. Beckett, the Chief Executive Director of Veterans Produce. I think probably would help if I had introduced myself.